Hi, today we're going to make a video on how to make kebabs from chicken mince. Um, we will start with raw spices that need to be ground. So, if you see, these are the raw spices. We need about 4 cardamom, about 4 cloves, say roughly about 10 to 15 peppercorn. We have say 4 sticks of cinnamon, 2 chilies. You can take both green or both red, that doesn't make a difference, and say 2 teaspoonful or 1 tablespoon of cumin seeds. You can vary the spices and the quantity according to the taste, according to your taste and likes. These are the raw spices which we are going to grind in the mortar over here. So let's get on with it. So now we have all the dry spices ground, finely ground, and some other things that we will be adding to the mince to marinate is finely chopped mint. I like a lot of mint, so it's a lot, maybe you could take less. Some very finely chopped onions, 1.5 lime. I would prefer it, the more zesty the lime is, that is the more green it is, the more tangy and the better it will marinate the chicken. So try to get not the yellowish but more greenish lime. You could try a mix of both. So first we will start with putting in the dry spices. Before we mix the dry spices, we will add say 2 teaspoons of salt, a small, very less than a teaspoon, maybe half teaspoon of turmeric, now this is coriander seed powder, so we add 2 teaspoons of coriander seed powder, and it's already had a lot of chili in it, so just a bit, maybe 3/4 teaspoon of chili powder. Okay, we can start to mix it. So I prefer mixing it with the hand. All cooks do prefer mixing it with the hand. You could wear a glove or you could just wash your hands well. I think washing the hands well, it makes sense, because when you cook often, you will feel by your fingers, you will feel the texture of the meat and you will know if it's mixed well. Once you see that the spices are mixing and it's more or less spread everywhere, just keep turning it up and down so that it spreads through the meat evenly. We wouldn't want one kebab to be more flavorful and the other lacking in flavor and spices, so just mix it up well. Now that it's mixed up, yep, it's done. You can now add the finely chopped ginger. It's very finely chopped. It varies. You could add finely chopped garlic instead of the ginger too. Just depend. Excuse me, that's all the spices. So you could add garlic or you could add ginger. It's up to you. You add garlic, it becomes garlic kebab. You add ginger, it becomes ginger kebab. We'll start with just a bit of it. I don't want to put too much. I think it might be a lot more. And a handful of chopped onions. And now we mix it up again. Once it mixes a bit, you could start squeezing the lime juice into it. Here we're using 1.5 limes. Squeeze it, try to spread the juice all over. We have taken about, it's a half kg of chicken mince. There it goes. And I'll just mix it up and down. Oh, the aromas, the flavors already spreading well. Very flavorful, I'm sure, when it's done. I think we could add the remaining mince too, it spread well. We just empty the remaining mince. Some people prefer the mince finely ground. I think that really works better when you're making kebabs. The finer the mince is ground, the better it marinates, the faster it marinates, and easier it is to put onto the shake or the rod or the skewer, whatever you want to call it. I think it's well mixed. I'll just wash my hand. Now we will just put some cellophane foil on it, cellophane tape on it, and we will let it sit for, say, it depends, it's chicken so you can marinate it a bit less, but a few hours would be ideal. If you are going to cook with red meat, you could give it maybe 4 or 5 hours. Some people directly put it into the fridge. I prefer to let it, you can make a small hole into it for some air. I prefer to leave it out for some time, say at least half an hour or at least 15-20 minutes before setting it into the fridge, so that the spices get a chance to blend well before they start cooling down. So let it blend well, and we will catch you later once it's marinated. Okay, so we mixed some egg into the pre-mix which we kept for marination, and now after it marinated, we are grilling it. We are grilling it on a coal grill. You could even use some skewers if you want, and this would take about, say, 10-15 minutes. It depends upon the coal, if it's hot, so it takes about 10-15 minutes. I have prepared a plate before, And this is the plate, and that's a dip which we have made to have with it. So I hope you enjoyed it, and happy eating.